Good morning, everyone. I'm Madison Nosek, coming to you from the KXAN Live studio. Right now, I want to show you guys a live look at downtown Austin. It's a pretty cloudy start to the morning, but these clouds are supposed to clear out, and this may not surprise you, but guess what? It is going to be another hot day. We're going to have some of our hottest feels-like temperatures, which is exactly what it sounds like. It could be 105 out, but end up feeling like 112 or hotter. So just get ready for that today. And ERCOT's excessive heat warning is still in effect and will continue through Wednesday night. And we also have the chance to see some storms tonight. So head on over to our website at kxan.com for the latest updates throughout the day on what to expect for your weather. I want to start you guys off this morning with some stories that were just dropped though. Starting out, President Biden's son is expected to plead guilty to federal charges. Those include 2 federal misdemeanor counts of failing to pay his taxes. Court documents show a separate gun possession charge, but that will likely be dismissed if he meets certain conditions. As we continue to learn more about this case, we will update our story on the web so you can check it out on kxan.com. Also breaking this morning, a Florida federal judge has scheduled the criminal trial of former President Donald Trump for his alleged illegal retention of classified government documents, and that's supposed to begin on August 14th. But legal experts right now don't expect the trial to begin super early or that early because of the time that's needed to resolve complicated legal issues before a jury starts hearing testimony and being presented with evidence. Trump, who is seeking the 2024 Republican presidential nomination, was indicted this month on more than 36 criminal charges relating to keeping hundreds of classified records after leaving the White House in January of 2021. The Supreme Court is expected to decide on several significant and controversial cases in the coming weeks. These include rulings on affirmative action, LGBTQ+ rights, and the future of President Biden's student loan forgiveness program. Now, when it comes to the student loans program, this is a key case, and the decision comes down to whether or not the Biden administration's plan to forgive up to $20,000 in debt should still stand. This is a decision that could impact the financial futures of 40 million Americans. And like I mentioned earlier, we're also awaiting a key decision on affirmative action. Justices will decide the legality of race-conscious policies many universities and colleges use to admit students. Then the court, with its 6-3 conservative majority, is expected to rule on a major case concerning LGBTQ+ rights after a Christian web designer refused to provide services to same-sex couples. The public is watching and waiting to see how the High Court is going to rule. Today, the Texas Senate could vote on the rules for the impeachment trial of suspended Attorney General Ken Paxton. His wife, State Senator Angela Paxton, plans to be there. She released a statement last night saying she holds the obligations sacred and will carry out her duties. The attorneys prosecuting and defending Paxton are arguing over the rules of the trial. And prosecutors have emphasized the need for a transparent process where both sides can call witnesses and cross-examine. Paxton's attorney agrees, but says the impeachment process has been flawed from the start. All three say this unprecedented trial may be difficult but senators taking the role of the jury need to be serious with it. The House impeached Paxton for allegations ranging from bribery to abuse of office. The trial is expected to start at the end of August. The search and rescue operations are underway still this morning for a submarine that went missing in the North Atlantic on an expedition to explore the wreckage of the Titanic. We now know that British billionaire and owner of Action Aviation, Hamish Harding, was among the 5 people on board the vessel, along with a prominent Pakistani businessman and his son. The other 2 people on board have not been identified yet, but the submersible has been missing since Sunday afternoon. The sub, owned and operated by OceanGate Expeditions, was taking a crew of 5 people underwater as part of its tour. The crew launched around 4 a.m. on Sunday, but lost communication with the mothership just 1 hour and 45 minutes later. And according to OceanGate, the sub can last for up to 96 hours underwater with 5 people consuming oxygen. French investigators searched the headquarters of Paris of 2024 Olympic organizers today as part of a probe into possible corruption. The office is located in a northern Paris suburb, and it was among several locations included in the investigation being conducted by the French National Financial Prosecutor's Office. Officials say that the search stems from two preliminary investigations related to the Paris Olympics that had not previously been made public. A 2017 probe involving embezzling of public funds and favoritism, and a 2022 probe of possible conflicts of interest and also favoritism. A Paris 2024 spokesperson said it is cooperating fully with investigators, and the Paris Olympic Summer Games are scheduled to take place of July 26th through August 11th of next year. The work continues to rebuild I-95 in Philadelphia, where it caught fire last week. Right now, crews are constructing temporary lanes that the governor said would reopen within weeks. A Pennsylvania company is helping with that process. Aero Aggregate makes a material that comes from recycled materials like glass bottles and turns them into small glass pellets. It looks like a rock, but it's extremely lightweight, and the material is going to be used to fill the hole on I-95, and then it's going to be paved over to create a temporary road, while construction on a permanent bridge will be built above the roadway. In total, 2,000 tons of the lightweight glass are going to be used to rebuild this section. Well, that's all I have for you this morning. Once again, I am Madison Nosek, coming to you from the KXAN Live studio, and we will see you next time. Thanks for joining.